Welcome into the Chiefs Report. Harrison Graham here with another video. Lots of rumors and news to get into in just a sec. But first, I want to tell you about our deal of the day. These jerseys, the best deal we've had in months. 25% off. Most of them are available for less than $75. Go to chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys. Lots of players available at that link. It'll be in the comments and in the description. Now let's get into the latest Chiefs rumors, starting with how about signing Prince Amukamara? He was shockingly released by the Las Vegas Raiders earlier today, and we've talked about the cornerback position a lot recently. The Chiefs need help there. Prince has experience. I think he can be a serviceable number 2 type of corner, especially in a short-term type of manner while Bashaud Breeland is suspended for the first 4 games of the 2020 NFL season. And you already needed depth there, right? Because Breeland, he's out for the first month. Alex Brown, out for the year with an injury. That leaves the Chiefs fairly thin. You got Charvarius Ward, who you feel pretty good about, but L'Jarius Sneed is taking first-team reps, who I'm excited about his future, but I think there's some question marks there, especially as a rookie. Rashad Fenton probably going to start at the nickel, but you're pretty thin after that. Bo Pete Keys, is he going to perform as a 7th-round rookie? I'm not so sure. Prince Amukamara is a player that has been around the block and knows how to play the position at a very high level. Now, he's not peak Prince anymore. He's not going to, come in here and be a number 1 type of corner, but can he be serviceable? Can he be a starting caliber player? I don't see any reason why he cannot come in and be a quality cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs and for a very cheap price tag. I think this makes sense. I think it's a good idea. I think it's something the Chiefs should explore, assuming that he does clear waivers from the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. Should the Chiefs sign Prince Amukamara? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Scroll on down, top comment of the comment section. That's the pinned comment. You can reply right there with your answers. Let's get into some more rumors. Brett Veach and Andy Reid, are they here to stay? Yeah, I think this is pretty likely. Reports are starting to surface that Kansas City is working on extensions for both their head coach, Andy Reid, and their young and very excellent general manager in Brett Veach. I think both these guys are really, really good at what they do. I think that overall, Brett Veach is going to be one of the best up-and-coming general managers in the National Football League for many, many years to come. You look at his offseason moves, some of the stuff he's been able to accomplish just this offseason was, how about a 10-year extension for Patrick Mahomes? How about bringing back Chris Jones on a 4-year deal? Travis Kelce gets a 4-year contract extension. The restructuring of Sammy Watkins. Remember how we talked about it was impossible for Chris Jones and Sammy Watkins to return? Brett Veach made it happen. And then now you've got Andy Reid, who has been fantastic and has completed his resume with the Super Bowl trophy. He's one of the best coaches in the National Football League. He's got 4 AFC West titles, 6 playoff appearances. His record's excellent. All he needed was that Super Bowl to defend his resume. Now, you could put him up there with the best in the NFL outside of maybe Bill Belichick. After that, Andy Reid, he's as good as it gets in the NFL, even after the age of 60. He wants to keep coaching, and this is a very, very good thing for the Kansas City Chiefs. So who is more important to Kansas City? Type AR for Andy Reid, type BV for Brett Veach. If you had to pick, it's tough, right? Just pick one, AR or BV. It's tough. I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know in the comments section. And while you're debating that, while you're trying to figure that one out, something that's an easier thing to do than to choose between Brett Veach and Andy Reid is to subscribe to the Chiefs Report. All you got to do is hit a red subscribe button. It's right below the video. You subscribe, you never miss one of our videos, and it's 100% free. Got the latest Chiefs rumors. We cover the latest Chiefs news, off-season coverage, on into the season, training camp. We've had it all. I encourage you guys to subscribe so we can continue to grow this channel. Now, week 1 is 10 days away, guys. The NFL is back. The Chiefs are back. The ride to go to another Super Bowl, it's here, guys. Training camp is basically over, according to Andy Reid, as today is the beginning of in-season type of practices, as he said, over this weekend, which means camp's kind of done, right? Yeah, they're still out there, and the rosters are still over 53 until this Saturday. But all in all, they're starting their prep for the Texans. They're starting their prep for the regular season as they kind of transition into training camp mode on into regular season mode. Here was Andy Reid saying, now that we're not that we're necessarily working all on the Texans, that's not necessarily what we're doing, but we're getting used to these in-season practices where you have the walkthrough in the morning, the practice in the early afternoon, and that kind of routine they'll be going through once we start the Texans week. So you're starting to transition into in-season form, and it's crazy, guys. This offseason, at times it seems slow with coronavirus, but this is the fastest training camp I can ever remember, and probably because no preseason games, right? It's gone by really, really fast, and the opener's in 10 days. Thursday night, a week from this Thursday, the Chiefs will be hosting the Houston Texans. I, for one, cannot wait, and that's why I want to ask you guys to do this. Predict the score in the comments. Let me know. Gotta let me know who's going to win as well. My way too early prediction is Chiefs 38, Texans 24. I'll go a high-scoring game, 38-24. The Chiefs get it done in Week 1. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Before we get to our last story, I want to remind you guys of our deal of the day. Chiefs jerseys for less than $75. Most of these are 25% off. It's the lowest price we've had in quite some time. Chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys. We got Hill, we got Hardman, we got Kelsey. We do have Patrick Mahomes. His is not on sale. Believe it or not, he's such a hot commodity that it's still full price, but $99.99, still a steal for the reigning Super Bowl MVP. But you can get a lot of those for 25% off. I'll put that link in the comments and in the description. It's chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys. And speaking of Mahomes, Clark Hunt, the owner, has opened up on what was a historic contract, saying, look, this thing took nerve from Brett Veach and myself to get this deal done. He pointed out the uniqueness of the contract being a 10-year deal and the fact that, look, this happened during the coronavirus pandemic. There was uncertainty as to whether or not this NFL season would even happen, and there's uncertainty moving forward knowing that the salary cap, pretty good chance it goes down in 2020. At best, it's going to stay the same. So there was a lot of concerns, or at least not concerns to get him signed, but concerns of what type of deal it should be. Here's Clark Hunt saying there were definitely some days where I was like, I'm not sure this is the right thing because we don't know if we're going to have a season and we don't know what the salary cap's going to be next year. But we were able to construct contracts in a way that will be able to navigate whatever happens. Obviously not just the Mahomes contract, a lot of contracts the Chiefs and Brett Veach and Clark Hunt were able to do. Obviously Mahomes is the big one. Is he worth $500 million? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I'll say this, if you're typing 2 for no, nobody in the NFL is, because he is the best player in the league and the most valuable player. There is no doubt about that. Obviously, this, he spoke to the uniqueness of the deal. A 10-year extension is pretty damn unique. Like, there's no doubt about it. $500 million over a decade is not a thing that you are used to seeing if you are an NFL player. NFL players sign 4 or 5 year deals because they get hurt. They don't last necessarily 10-plus years. Now, Patrick Mahomes, very young. They're going to protect him. He's going to be fine. But there's a reason why this was a unique contract for Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. But you know what? The kid's worth it. He's a freaking monster. Through 2 seasons as a starter, this is what he's done. He is the hottest commodity in the NFL, and that's going to be the case for the foreseeable future. He's worth every dime. He's the best player in the league. This guy is going to shatter records. He's going to win more Super Bowls. He is fantastic, and that is why the Chiefs and Clark Hunt and Brett Veach and Andy Reid, they're very good at what they do, and it's why they were able to get this deal done, because Patrick Mahomes is absolutely worth it in the end. We hope we're worth it here at the Chiefs Report. If you think we are, hit that subscribe button. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, and I'll see you next time.